Happy Tuesday, happy pants off podcast. You want me to dampen your day? We are exactly 6 months to Christmas, which is crazy to think. Halfway through this year, 6 months till Christmas. Less than 6 months to Christmas. Yesterday was 6 months to Christmas. So, what the hell? That means I'm pretty sure that Target will be setting up their Christmas aisle here in the next day or so. I remember one year going to Rite Aid on the 4th of July to buy like some ice for a party, and they already had Halloween decorations out. So it's not that far off. It's ridiculous, right? Well, happy end of June. I mean, we're slowly ramping it up. Next week, a week from tomorrow, will be 4th of July. Are you ready? Do you have your fireworks ready? You ready to blow some stuff up? I am not ready, and we are not allowed to blow stuff up here. So, I'm ready for 4th of July. There's nothing to really be ready for. I'm going to go to a barbecue, right? But I am bummed I don't get to blow stuff up. That is the fun of 4th of July, and we don't get that luxury here in Southern California because our city and state likes to burn up, so we try and avoid that. That being said, every year Burbank has their fireworks display up by the Starlight Amphitheater, which makes absolutely no sense because it's up in the hillside, and they have to station the fire department around to put out the spot fires that start. And I get why they do it. They do it so that you can see it anywhere in the city of Burbank, pretty much. If you have a clear shot of the hills, you can see the fireworks display. But it seems like an unnecessary risk. Seems like you could do the fireworks display, say, down in the center of town, like in Burroughs High School, and just have people camp out on the field, right? But anyway, I don't make the decisions here in Burbank. If I did, shit would be different, right? We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I was in San Diego all weekend, which was a lot of fun. It was the kids and my mini summer vacation. We went to the Warp Tour, which I mentioned. That was cool. It is the last year for the Warp Tour. Saw a lot of cool bands and exposed the kids to a lot of music they'd never heard before. Not a great location, though. They had it at the parking lot of Qualcomm where the Chargers used to play, and it was not very picturesque or comfortable for that matter. It was just on a hot, boring parking lot. But it was a lot of fun. And then I told you guys we went on the jet boat, and hopefully, if all goes as planned, after this podcast gets posted, I will be working on the video I took on our jet boat ride, and I hope to post that tonight as well. So you might see that here. If not, that means I ran out of time because my internet is only so fast and it takes a while to post these YouTube videos. So if the podcast doesn't get up early enough, then I won't be able to post the jet boat one, and I will do it tomorrow. So look in the next day or two for jet boat video here. Should be fun. And still more old shows going up. You know what I found and posted? It will go up, I believe, September 6th, I think was the date, or 5th, was when we had the host and a contestant from Celebrity Fit Club on. The host is that comedian Ant, who I believe was on Last Comic Standing, and the contestant was Chastity Bono, who at that time was still Chastity Bono. He did not become Chaz Bono until 2010, and that show was from 2006. So that one was interesting, and that is posted. I believe a while ago I posted a Bruce Jenner one too. But that will go up in September, and those shows, one should be going up every day as I have scheduled. Like I said, sometimes I screw up the scheduling process, and sometimes two go up on one day and I miss a day, but I have a pretty good system now where I've been pretty good about making sure it's one a day, so we will see. So it should be pretty consistent. What else is going on in Jackland? See if there was anything else to tell you about San Diego. I don't think so. It was a fun trip. I love San Diego. Good town. So it was fun to get to hang out down there. I know a few of you pod people live there. Great city to live in. And I always enjoy spending time there. I don't get to do it nearly as much as I used to when I had relatives there. So it was nice to get back. I haven't really looked at the news yet today, so we'll probably go through that together. And I don't think there was any pressing podcast news, just that we're moving towards the once a day model. We probably have another few weeks here of doing it daily, and then we'll switch off. And I don't have the alternate site locked in yet. I'll let you know when I figure that out. But I have been discussing it with my sister, who is the podcasting guru. So when we get that all nailed down, I will let everybody know. And I'm excited for that. Maybe we'll actually grow the audience when we get it out there in a public forum. You know, not just to subscribers. We'll see. Maybe it will be a bigger thing. I don't know. Oh yeah, a dude from Pawn Stars died today, but I haven't only watched that show like once. He was they said his name in quotes. I guess they called him Old Man. It was Richard Harris, I believe, but I didn't watch that show. You know I'm cable deprived, so I missed out on that, but rest in peace to that dude. I'm sure the few times I've seen that show, it seems like a fun show, and it's a good watch. Although the few times I've seen it, I've never seen that guy on it. But I didn't see how he passed away. We talked about it last night. The shooting at the campground, and still little details as of this recording. When I watched the news about it and saw the updates today, all they said was last night a woman came forward and said she was camping there about a year ago. Her and her boyfriend were sleeping in the car, and somebody shot at their car and just missed hitting her. The police today said that those two incidents are unrelated, although I don't know how, because they also said they have no leads in this shooting yet. So I am curious to see what comes of this and who they figure out did it, because it seems so random and horrible. This poor guy camping with his kids, and next thing you know, he's shot dead. So that story is developing, but as of today, there was no real new update. I didn't see anything that shed any light on that situation. It seemed like they still didn't know much. And then this story was weird today and horrible. I guess earlier I didn't see this detail, so this is new. A 77-year-old man has been arrested hours after a shooting at a Long Beach retirement home left a fire captain dead and two other people injured. Captain Dave Rosa, 45, who was a 17-year veteran of the Long Beach Fire Department, was shot while responding to a fire. Police detained a person of interest and recovered a weapon, and that person of interest must have been the 77-year-old man. His name is Thomas Kim, and he lived at the retirement home. He was arrested and booked on suspicion of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and arson. So that's crazy. I know that they also had the bomb squad respond because they found some suspicious devices. But I don't know if those actually turned out to be bombs. It is crazy, though. The guy in a retirement home, right? And that poor firefighter just responding, shot dead. So that was sad. And my thoughts go out to the Long Beach Fire Department and to his family. That is horrible. So they made an arrest. That doesn't make it any better, but craziness. So that was the big story that I saw today, and I thought that all seemed horrible. Let's see. Oh, a proposition to repeal California's gas tax has made it onto the November ballot. Let's see. So that'll be on the ballot on November 6th. We'll have to see because the governor said this flawed and dangerous measure pushed by Trump's Washington allies jeopardizes the safety of millions of Californians by stopping local communities from fixing their crumbling roads and bridges. So he wants you to just say no, but he pushed that forward. So I'm sure that will be a heated battle here as we approach November, which is only 5 months away now that we look at it. So enjoy this little break from all the election stuff because it's going to kick back up here very soon and we'll be bombarded with election stuff. Crap. The median price for a house in the San Fernando Valley is now $708,000. That's crazy. That's the median price. What else do we have? I don't see anything else here on the local news. Doesn't it feel like Wells Fargo should have just been shut down? They've done so much shady shit. It says Wells Fargo is once again being accused of misconduct, this time because it allegedly used complex financial investments to take advantage of mom and pop investors. The Securities and Exchange Commission said on Monday that between 2009 and 2013, Wells Fargo reaped large fees by improperly encouraging brokerage clients to actively trade high-fee debt products that were intended to be held to maturity. Wells Fargo Advisors, the bank's brokerage division, agreed to pay a $4 million penalty over its handling of the product. Known as market-linked investments, the bank must also return $930,000 of ill-gotten gains plus $178,000 of interest. Wells Fargo, which neither admitted nor denied the claims, said in a statement that it is cooperating fully with the latest investigation. Over the past 2 years, Wells Fargo has been caught up in a series of scandals, and it just seems shady, right? I know all the banks did some shady shit, right? And they all just got bailed out. It was crazy because, yeah, it's crazy. That's a whole nother Oprah, right? Whole different issue, but that is crazy. Let's see if there's any celebrity news. I have not looked at that today. I don't think so. I don't know what's going on in stupid celebrity world. Probably doing a bunch of stupid celebrity stuff, right? Let's see. Have you guys seen Incredibles 2 yet? I have not. The kids want to. I'm sure we will at some point. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. So far, I see nothing interesting. Oh, Rabbi Shmuley's in here, and I've always not been a Rabbi Shmuley fan. Remember, we used to have him on the radio show all the time, and he always seemed like he was full of crap. But here is why he's in the press right now. It says, Rabbi Shmuley said, forgive Roseanne, she deserves a second chance. He says America is becoming too unforgiving, and Roseanne's teary apology should warrant some apathy. He was on TMZ Live Monday, and he thinks you should give her a break. But I am not a fan of Rabbi Shmuley. When he was on, he kind of seemed like he was full of crap a lot of the time. So remember, he was one of the guests that we used to have on all the time. I did not like him, Janice Dickinson, and oh crap, she's just not in or he's just not that into you guy. Can't think I can't think of his name right now. But those three were three of my least favorite guests. We used to have them all on pretty often. Hmm. And yeah, there's doesn't look to be anything else going on. They say Cardi B was secretly married to Offset last year. I don't care. I don't care if she was publicly married to Offset. Doesn't really change my opinion of either of them or of the world, right? Who cares if Cardi B is married? Um, wow, nothing too exciting going on in the world right now. Oh, I have a warning for parents, though. The toy company that makes Paw Patrol toys claims Chinese counterfeiters are taking a huge bite out of its bottom line and duping millions of young fans. Spin Master Inc. is suing the foreign counterfeiters, and according to documents, the copycats have been impossible to trace because they conceal their identity, and frequently consumers have no clue that they're buying fake Paw Patrol toys from various websites. Spin Master Inc. holds several trademarks for the popular children's show, and in the lawsuit, says the counterfeiters use online aliases to avoid detection and ship their bogus toys in small quantities to avoid getting caught by U.S. Customs and Border Protection. They want the counterfeit website shut down and anyone caught to pay damages. So there you go. But that's going to be next to impossible. A lot of that counterfeit shit gets sold on eBay in small quantities, and it's hard to keep track of. And then they just will close the eBay store that's under some, fake name anyway, and open up another one. So I feel Paw Patrol's pain, but I don't think they're gonna sue their way out of that situation. I think they are screwed. Poor Paw Patrol. I don't think luckily my kids have aged out of that crap. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Paw Patrol. I know my niece, little Sylvie, likes this show. I think it's on YouTube about little pugs, but I can't remember what it's called. Let's see. Again, I have aged out of all that stuff. My kids know some of it just because they have a little sister at their mom's, but I don't have to watch any of that crap anymore. So let's see if I found it. I searched pug cartoon YouTube. Puppy Dog Pals on Disney Junior is the one I was thinking of. It's not on YouTube. It's on Disney Junior. It's called Puppy Dog Pals. It's the one with the little gray pug and yeah, I've never seen it now. Oh, there's Rolly and no, I'm watching the trailer. Bingo and Rolly. And there you go. Those pugs are off the leash, so I don't know. I bet there's counterfeit toys for them too. I love this. So, the redhead restaurant that kicked Huckabee Sanders out of the restaurant. Trump slammed it for being filthy, but they say inspectors found no violations. But they say Mar-Lago has been cited 78 times in 3 years. So, maybe he should have went with another attack on them than being filthy, because apparently they're not filthy, but his restaurant is, or his club. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot too interesting going on in the news. I guess that's good. No news is good news, right? As they like to say. So, but that is bad news for me because I have to talk to you about something, right? And I have nothing to talk about. My life is boring. I go on car trips with kids, and go to work. It's not too exciting. I spend time not caring about Cardi B. That apparently isn't good either. It gives me less to talk about, right? Um, I watched a little bit of the World Cup today at lunch, but I still don't totally understand how this is all working. And I think we still have another week or so. So it is not down to the finals, and I don't know enough about it to talk about. So I know we are only at 20 minutes, but I might end your suffering here early since I don't have a hell of a lot to talk about. Why don't we do this all again tomorrow with Stench? You know what? Tomorrow I have a dinner. I might not be around tomorrow. I'm going to apologize in advance because I don't think I'm going to be around for the podcast tomorrow. This is going to be a messed up week. My apologies. But this is part of the problem with the daily podcast. This is why it's coming to an end, right? Because of all the scheduling issues with trying to find time to record it. So my apologies in advance. I don't think I'll be around tomorrow, but I will be here the next day. Not sure if Stench will be around the next day, so I can't promise you a podcast together, but I can promise you a solo podcast the next day for sure. So until then, I'm going to let you guys go. And like I said, we will reconvene soon and do this. But until then, have a wonderful Tuesday and a great Wednesday, since I probably won't talk to you then. And until then, I guess you can put your pants back on, and I will say jack off.